Hey, I'm Jay, and welcome to Quarter Life Crisis Club. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm glad you're here.
Guys, I've realized that some of the biggest conversation in our lives never actually happened out loud. Think about that. They mostly happen in our head or on our way to work or while cooking or taking a long hour shower or just before falling asleep. So this is a podcast for those kind of a conversation. Thanks for tuning into Quarter Life Crisis podcast. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about something that I'm holding on to quite, a lot lately. Like, actually, I think I've been thinking about it ever since I moved out from my parents' place. And I don't know if it's because I am in my late 20s now, or because everyone around me seems to be getting married, or because for the first time in my life, I finally have enough distance to look at my relationship with my parents differently. Not with anger, not with resentment, just differently. And I have a feeling that if you're somewhere in your 20s listening to this, maybe you have started noticing it too. Because something changes. When we are children, our parents are our entire world. And then one day, without anybody noticing it, we became adults. And the strange part is, our parents don't suddenly stop seeing us as the children they spend 20 years protecting. And maybe that's where everything starts getting complicated. So, thinking about in the retrospect, when I was younger, my whole life revolved around making my parents proud. I wasn't that kid who topped every exam. I wasn't the class genius. I was just average. And if you've ever been an average student like me, you know what I mean. You know, the toppers get noticed every time, and even the students who struggle also get noticed. But when you're somewhere in the middle, you quietly exist. And I remember wanting to be seen not by everyone, but by my parents. I wanted them to look at me and think, she's doing well. So I worked harder, I studied, I got better marks, I topped the school, I built a career, I got into a good company. Every milestone felt like, okay, maybe this is the thing that I'll make them proud. And they were proud. They really were. But here's something I've only recently realized. Every time I reach one goal, there's there was another one waiting. You know, finish college, now get a job, and now get a better job, now settle down, or now get married. And somewhere along the way, I stopped asking myself, what do I actually want? Then I got a better job and then I moved out of from my parents' place. So living alone changed me, not because life suddenly became easier. Actually, it didn't. I still burn food sometimes. I still call home asking silly questions. I still miss my parents more than I'd like to admit. But living alone gave me something I'd never really had before, which is space. Space to think, space to fail, space to make decision without someone immediately telling me whether they were right or wrong. And that's when I realized maybe adulthood isn't about knowing all the answer. Maybe it's about finally getting the chance to ask your own question. And a few days ago, something happened that stayed with me. One of my friend is going to get married next month, and he asked his fiancés if he wanted to go watch a movie over the weekend. That's all, just the movie. And apparently, her parents weren't comfortable with it. They felt it wasn't appropriate before marriage. Point to note, this is an arranged marriage. And I remember thinking, wait, in 1 month, you're comfortable enough for your daughter to spend the rest of her life with this man who's practically a stranger. But today, you're uncomfortable with them spending 2 hours watching a movie together, right? Like, I mean, I wasn't angry about this. I was just confused thinking about it because it made me wonder, maybe this isn't really about that movie. Maybe it's about what marriage represents as a whole. So sometimes it feels like we have turned marriage into this invisible line. Like, before marriage, you're somebody's daughter, after marriage, you're somebody's wife, and somewhere in the middle, I don't know, I keep asking myself, when does a woman simply get to be herself? Not somebody's responsibility, or not somebody's honor, not somebody's checklist, just herself. And before anyone misunderstands me, this isn't me saying my parents are bad. Actually, far from it. I know why they worry, I know where it comes from. They grew up in a world where stability was survival, where doing things the right way protected you, where getting married at a certain age was wasn't a just tradition. It was a security. And I understand that. I really do. But I also think the world has changed much faster than many of us have. Women today can build careers, live alone, travel alone, choose different paths. Marriage can be one of those beautiful part of life, but it doesn't have to be the only milestone that defines it. And the hardest part for me is this: I still want to make my parents proud. That part of me hasn't disappeared. I still smile when they tell relatives about my work. I still want them to feel they raise someone they are proud of. But I've also started realizing something. If every major decision I make is only to keep someone else happy, one day I'll wake up and wonder, where did I go? Not because anyone forced me, but because I slowly stopped listening to my own voice. So maybe the answer isn't choosing between our parents and ourselves. Maybe the answer is learning to meet somewhere in the middle. Parents trusting that they raise someone capable of making difficult decisions. Children remembering that most advice comes from love even when it feels heavy. Maybe both generations need to become a little more curious instead of a little more certain. So I don't really have the answer. I'm still figuring it out. And maybe that's why I wanted to start this podcast. Not because I have a life sorted, but because I think a lot of us are carrying the same question quietly. So if you ever felt deeply loved and deeply misunderstood, I'd love to hear your story. Maybe that's how we figure this out together. Until next time.